Hi, Life Coach Gary here, and I'm starting a new, hopefully, series, which might be one long. We'll see how the reactions to it go. And I'm going to call it "What Do You Expect from a Cult?" Which to me, is a kind of a humorous slant on the whole thing. It comes from something a discussion that I had with a friend a day or two ago, where we were talking about just the crazy things JWs have done in the past, what they're doing now. Who knows what they're going to do in the future? How it's affected us and others. And her bottom line was, what do you expect from a cult, right? So in other words, do we really expect them to do something reasonable and sane? Do we really expect them to apologize for past misdeeds? Do we really expect any of their changes to make sense, to actually be different from what they were in the past? Whether it's about shunning or pedophilia or whatever it might be. Really, it doesn't make any sense to have any expectations except that it's going to be crazy. So, what do you expect from a cult? So, for this first one, I'm just going to touch on rumors that we might hear. And they have to be rumors because if you can't verify it, there's no way to, looking at jw.org, which I don't like to do anyway, that's not going to provide anything that's going to verify or falsify the information. It's just maybe somebody just posted a video on their own and they don't have any corroborating evidence, or the corroborating evidence is so questionable that it makes no sense. It's not logical. So those are rumors. I mean, they're nothing better than rumors. And why should we care? you know, I'll just give you an example of one that I saw, which was a typically an extremely absurd version of what I'm talking about. A very poorly done video about this claim that the Watchtower paid a $780 million bail, not posted a bail bond. It didn't say that, but it just said that they posted bail. So whether it was cash or a bond or whatever, for someone who is on trial for or is incarcerated for pedophilia. Well, for one thing, the person's not even a Jehovah's Witness anymore. He used this fellowship years ago. So I mean, the whole idea is so ridiculous. Not like nobody posted $780 million bail for anybody, let alone the Watchtower. But we can't prove it either way. Really, how do you prove it? It's just a claim somebody made based on their version of logic, which doesn't actually make much sense. So the question is, maybe they did. Maybe there's a shred of a 1% chance that they did something crazy like that. What do you expect from a cult? Because if they do something like that, it's just in the name of protecting themselves. So maybe it's a very, very remote possibility. But what do you expect from a cult? They're going to do what's in their own best interest, right? So that's all I'm going to talk about today. That's it. That's episode one. And whether there's an episode two, three, four, and five, and etc., is up to you. Because there are any number of subjects that can be touched on in a hopefully humorous way. That's my whole purpose, really, is to look at absurdities for what they are. They're absurd. So you might as well laugh at them. We can rail all day long about how this has hurt me, and I get it because it has hurt a lot of us very, very deeply. But there's nothing you can do about the past, and it doesn't define who we are today. So when we hear these crazy changes that apparently are not really changes at all, or I don't want to mention any examples, but some are changes for real. But what does it mean? Why does it matter? Really, and what do you expect from a cult? Do you really expect them to maintain the same ridiculous policies that are at this point hurting them because it's affecting their membership? Do we really expect them to not change it, or to not change the definition of a word like generation when it becomes evident that the old generation will never fit their current model? What do we expect from a cult, right? So nothing should surprise us, and it's totally crazy to expect an apology or some kind of, like they're going to knock on our door and say, "Hey, we just wanted to say hi because we love you, whether or not you want to come back or not. We just want you to know that we're really sorry about everything that's ever happened, and we love you for who you are." What do you expect from a cult? Really, they're going to do that? I don't think so. So let me know what your comments are. Any, yes or no, good, bad, ugly, and any suggestions for a topic. I mean, anything you can imagine is on the table. The way they define words, the way they whitewash things. Um, how things have affected us personally. Whatever you want, just let me know in the comments or contact me personally or whatever. My website is openpathlifecoach.com. So my email address is gary@openpathlifecoach.com. Interested in your thoughts about this. Maybe it's just going to be one long, I don't know. So have a great 2025, by the way, and don't stop at 2025. Make every year after that good too. We don't have to worry about whether it's January 1st or not. Have a great 2025, and again, let me know what your thoughts are.